Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Pacers in Indiana.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Here are the starters for Montreal. We've got Green. Brook Lopez is out there with Ilyasova, and it's Poole in at the 2. And Green gets it to go.
Exactly what Green is known for, a terrific three-point shooter. Continues to do damage from out there.
Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Green finds Lopez. From the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. Outside, Levine. The pass to Williams. 6 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Levine.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Bulls. Pass to Levine. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Makes it off the glass.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Green with the ball. Now Thomas defending. The three-pointer no good. Green's gone 1 of 3 on the night. And although the passes aren't flashy by any means, Nikola Vucevic, a very effective playmaker at the pivot.
And Vucevic is very calm when pressed. Reads the defense well and makes the simple but impactful pass. Great in dribble handoffs. It's a big reason he averages almost 4 assists a game.
Nice touch on the floater. Another tool that Levine's developed. I mean, he's becoming a better all-around scorer for sure.
Nailed from three-point land.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Vucevic, that's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists now in this one. Lopez finds Dinwiddie. Launches a 3, and another 3 for Montreal.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Lobs it up for Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Highlight reel material for sure. The defender falls asleep, and Levine turns out the light.
Wasted no time on that one.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
And Zosetoransky will bring it up for the Bulls. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time. Passes it to Lopez. Some nice passing by Montreal here. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Montreal.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Levine against Jackson. We've got 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. And it's in there.
You know, he wants to be more aggressive from there. I like watching Levine work the mid-range game into his game.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Reset, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what you've seen from Montreal, guys, what do you think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Bulls, Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Daniel Tice out there with Bradley.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
It's taken away by Smith. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Brissett's got the lead up to 5 now for Montreal. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. So for Montreal, Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Brooks, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Jackson. Upside Thomas. He kicks to Vucevic. Satoransky, the pass. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. What's up? You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Thomas. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Bulls trail by 7. Bounce pass Thomas. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
You don't want to leave guys free when Thomas has the ball. He's really good at finding the open man. Solid possession there.
Ilyasova dishes to Green. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Montreal.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Smith against Thomas. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
No stopping Thomas there. He's so good at angling his body on these physical finishes.
Here's Dinwiddie. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Dinwiddie's got 9.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Throws up. Pushes it down to finish the break.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And Satoransky kicks to Thomas. Here's Williams. It's stolen by Green. Now Montreal moving it up. Here's Dinwiddie. And another 3 for Montreal.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Looking to end the run. It's blocked. From downtown. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Pass to Poole. Lets the three fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. Poole's got his second bucket of the game to go. The steal. The pull-up. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Montreal ahead, up 19. Time now for the halftime break with the third.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and, well, for Montreal. Kenny, how'd you see it?
That was the half of the superstar.
And that'll do it for
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Montreal leading by 19. On the court right now for Montreal, Brook Lopez is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Green, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. 3-on-3. Thomas gets a wide open look. The offensive rebound. Here's Vucevic. Levine wide open. From outside off the mark. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Montreal. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And Poole gets it to go.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team.
Levine kicks to Thomas. Tice passes to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Lopez.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
Here's Chicago. Here's Thomas. It's rebounded by Ilyasova.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Here's Poole. And the layup is good. Poole's got 5 points now in the quarter. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. And so here is Chicago. Chicago calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done is Danny Green.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Chicago making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Zach LaVine.
And what a stretch it's been for him. I mean, it goes beyond the scoring, which he has had no problem doing. He's been all over the small things that take a shooting guard from good to great.
We've seen them struggle on the half-court offense.
I had a coach that once told me sometimes guys just try to self-will it too much, whether it's getting out on the break or scoring in the half court. You've got to do it as a unit. And Clark, although he's not the force he once was.
Oh, the power on that prudence.
And you see why LaVine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it. You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
And Brooks gets it to go.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Jackson. The shot from the low post is good. Jackson's got his third basket of the night.
And this is how you want to come out of the half, prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Bradley kicks to Sederansky. That shot missing, and it's Montreal the other way. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Jackson, count the basket. Jackson's got 9 points in the quarter.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Here's Levine. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Seven seconds left in the third. Stolen by Jackson. It could go. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And so it's Montreal going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Markkanen is out there with Vucevic. Then there's Valentine. Then it's Troy Brown. And it's Arcidiacono in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. 2 on the clock. The fader. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And Montreal making a change here. Poole's checked in. Gray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. Here's Poole. The 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 3 from Valentine. Buries it from three-point range.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Here's Poole. Three-pointer. Markkanen pulls it in. The 3 from Valentine. Another 3 for Chicago.
And you can see the break slowed down for him to kind of pick his spot. And boy, was he open.
Tries from 16. Second shot opportunity. Vucevic with the bucket.
Yeah, you know, one of the best parts of Nikola Vucevic's game is his great body, excellent hands, and the high motor makes him an outstanding rebounder.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Inside. And Markkanen throws it down.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Outside, House. And another three for Montreal. 1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Well, that's just strength there. That's what we call weight room. The power of Vucevic on display.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Montreal.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in what's been a tremendous year tonight, another example, and he'll push their amazing win total on the season to 68. An outstanding, outstanding season we've watched this team play.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Montreal.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And here are the Bulls now. The pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Marjanovic, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And the 7-foot frame of Vucevic creates a lot of problems, causes a lot of problems for defenders, especially when he's close to the bucket.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
And so it's Archie Diacono with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Dinwiddie with the steal. Here's Marjanovic. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
So we see Montreal get the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't